Welcome back to the Moss Rip Curl Pro Portugal. We have moved the venue down the beach, so this right-hand wedge in the corner. Jeremy Flores deep off the bottom. Nice vertical snap into the closeout section and stomps it. Big bottom turn, blowtail combo for Medina, but he controls it. Italo Ferreira, the rookie, still out front with 11.94 total. This is Michel Perez, hard off the bottom, he'll pull in, a nice round tube.
Well, it looks like Joel Parkinson out the back with priority. Nice top turn to get started, and he is just carving this wave to bits. Good morning once again from Super Tubos Peniche. It's Wednesday, October 28th, just after 7 a.m. local time here at stop number 10 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour, the Rip Curl Pro Portugal, and it's day 9, and we're waiting to find out if we're going to get some heats underway, potentially finish today. But first up, we've got a big exciting show for you. We're going to be having a look at what unfolded yesterday in the remaining heats of the fourth round, and those first two heats are round 5, and then we're going to have a bit of fun. Claims, whether you like them or not, they're a huge part of modern day professional surfing, and our panel is going to break down whether they should be here. So it'll be fun to talk about that. And then last up, we're also going to have a look at the best moments of the Moss Rip Curl Pro Portugal. But first, I want to say good morning to Big Wave Charger Strider Wazalewski.
Morning, buddy.
Striz.
Best day
birthday
ever.
Boy. Martin Potter turning 50 today. Potts, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much, Ronnie.
Great to have you on the show. A huge day yesterday. Obviously, some pretty interesting heats in tricky conditions, but just take us through what unfolded and what the challenges were for the competitors, Potts.
Well, it's that whole adaptability conversation. We moved from Super Tubos, which is a real chunky, hollow sort of wave, to down the beach where you've got to deal with this refraction. It's a super wedge, so to speak, and there was a lot of water moving, a lot of side chop on it, so it was difficult. But you speak to most of the guys, Jeremy, Joel, the guys that won their heats especially. They had fun out there.
They said it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely in those first couple of heats of the fourth round, Strider, it looked like there was some scoring potential out there. It was wedging up nicely.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, it just came down to finishing off your waves, right? Because that, like Pops was talking about, you've got so much water coming in. It bounces off that jetty, it pushes that corner, and then you have that side wedge coming along. You're going so fast, and you really just have to come down with your surfboard. These guys made it look easy, though. They had fun out there, big moves. It actually looked great once the rain cleared, and they went after it. And, the boys got some clean, open face, some nice. They got to have speed and use it on the face, which is great. And you can get in the gouge mode. You throw down some turns, nice flowing down the line maneuvers, and a lot of flow. So it was fun to watch these guys get after it.
I thought the performances were pretty strong from all three of these competitors. Potts, Vasco, he's trying to match Federico and make the jump directly into the quarters. Keanu, he's fighting to really stay on tour at this point, but Jeremy Flores, he's been one of the form surfers of the year, and he showed that again.
He did. I mean, it's the new and improved Jeremy, and I love seeing this. I mean, he's a top 10 guy all day long. You talk about, being able to surf in all kinds of conditions. Jeremy's got probably one of the best backhand tube riding techniques on the planet, but then you put him in waves like this, and he excels as well.
He talked about that.
It's amazing how a good board under your feet can go a long way for these guys.
He wanted to prove that he can do it in those subpar conditions and get the big scores.
Our focus shifted big time into Heat 4 of round 4, a huge one for Gabriel Medina, but he didn't get the victory. He's going to have to bounce back through round 5. Italo Ferreira, this rookie sensation, continues to blow minds.
I know, this kid's amazing. I mean, he's surfing like a seasoned veteran, but Medina wasn't too far away. Watch this bottom turn, Ronnie, right off the bottom, and just jams it. I mean, It was. I think the difference was the waves that they got. I think Italo's waves, Strider, you touched on it, clean water. I think it went a long way yesterday. Medina was, finding his way through that whitewashy type setup and maybe didn't look as dynamic. But Italo Ferreira, I mean, the kid's on a roll. I think that Rookie of the Year thing is looking better and better every event.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
It's over. Italo's going to be the Rookie of the Year for sure. Well, let's have a look at the forecast, Strider. You've been keeping an eye on it. Plenty of swell in the lineup, but also a lot of wind at this point in time.
Yeah, we got swell. That's not a problem in the North Atlantic. It never has been. It's basically conditions is what you're searching for here. And that's been, the major dilemma here. You've got that onshore flow happening, then it comes southwest. It's just the worst winds you could possibly have for this wave at Super Tubos. But then, it does switch around. It comes around in the end. So, through the day, the waves come through. They drop off just a bit. They tail off, not much. I mean, like we said, swell, not a problem. Wind, the big problem here. And then as the days go on, you see it picks back up through to Saturday, and you see those north winds, and it's almost a tick northeast. If we could just get a tiny bit of east in there with that north, this place will light up. Because of the position on the peninsula here, if we get that north wind face, the lefts will just be blown wide open. Huge barrels to finish this thing possibly.
I think, wind's obviously an issue, but anytime you got swell in a lineup, you're going to see some pretty exciting surfing from these guys' pots.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest with you, yesterday was unruly, but if we had had the event, it would have been exciting stuff. I mean, these guys are good in anything. They've got to be able to perform no matter what conditions are thrown at them, and you chuck them out anywhere in the world, they're going to be the best guys out there.
Bring it on. Well, after the break, we're going to dive into the claims conversation. Don't go anywhere. The boys are going to light up. Dawn Patrol, we're going to get stuck into claims. Whether you like it or not, they're here to stay, and we've seen plenty of massive claims thrown out. This is Gabriel Medina in round 3, celebrating a big backside air reverse, and it was a crucial heat for him. He progressed directly into the 4th round, keeping his title hopes for 2015 alive, so a big emotional moment for the Brazilian. But Martin Potter and Strider Wasilewski, they've got some different opinions on claims. Yeah. And Pots, let's just kick it off with you. Okay. Claiming, it's always been a part of the sport. What was your favourite claim?
Hard to say. I mean, there's been that many. You almost get overwhelmed with the amount of claims that go down per event, even on certain days. But if you look back in history, I think Andy Irons probably for me was the standout claim.
I mean, what your Thompson, claim? What was your go-to
what was
claim?
It was just the fist.
Just the fist bump? Yeah, single or double?
No, just a single.
I know Elko liked the double.
Elko liked the double. Elko the hands, all that stuff got involved. But Sean used to claim a lot when he'd come out of the barrel. Did the fist pump, you know. I mean, it's part of it. I think, you know, as Strider, you're probably going to agree with me or not, but there's certain moments.
Strider loves claims. He's been
There's
claiming
certain
waves the whole
moments
trip.
that your emotions take over and you can't hold yourself back.
Yeah,
to me, that's okay. When it's like that, it's all right.
That's the point. There is that when there's times for everything. For me, claiming is something that happens. It's a natural emotion, right? It's a physical elation that comes out when you're just overwhelmed with joy and you have that moment of you did it. You can't believe that you actually pulled something off, right? You come out of the barrel. You're like, oh my God, right here, Jaddy baby, running up the beach. Just that feeling of he needed that heat, right?
Well, he got a 3.77.
Yeah.
So
I don't
he's
think
claiming to get through that heat because he wants to stay on tour and he's celebrating.
And
that.
Adrian de Souza as well. I think, you know, that was a little double fist claim. It was a small score, but
3.33.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I
just
don't think it was
get
worth
on track
claiming.
here. Is it okay to claim when you're chasing a small score if you feel like you've got that number at the end of the heat?
There's a difference, right? You either claim for the judges to try and get the score, which is a bad time to claim, and there's a claim that comes out of you because you feel like, oh my, I just did it, I did it, you know, from inside, and then you do the claim.
Yeah, to me, when your back's against the wall, there's 16 seconds on the clock. You need a big score. That's what Mick Fanning was doing right there. He nailed that. He knew that he nailed that, but he also knew that he needed that. So he wasn't claiming to get the extra points from the judges. He was just saying, I got it. Yeah, so there's a difference there where when you're trying to sell it, I think it's pretty bad.
He really went on with it though, didn't he?
He did. I mean, that's. I think he's got to go and check his.
But
hand
there was 10 seconds left in the heat.
Yeah.
He needed the score. He got the wave. He executed. I mean, he ripped the bag out of it, and at the end, he just knew it was there. He felt all that energy built up, the climax of that moment, and he just let it go right down the pipe. That was we love that.
I didn't mind that one because it went into the excellent range, but I actually saw Jadson after he got that 3.77, and I said, how's that claim? And he said, best 3.77 of my career.
Well, with Jadson, I mean, he lives and dies by the sword. I mean, he knew that he needed that result to maybe qualify for next year. So I don't think it was the actual wave that it was the claim for. It was just the result of making it through. So there's a little difference there.
I mean, look at Philly boy. He, first event of the year this year, and he was just on fuego and just like this. Really, he was lighting it up. Nobody could touch him in this final, and he was feeling it, and that was just elated coming out. It was amazing.
Yeah, this is perfect examples of claiming when you know that you've got the score. Felipe there, the heat was done. It was the final with Julian Wilson. He was just celebrating. Obviously, Jeremy Flores had that amazing wave in the final against Medina and Tahiti. Yeah. And then this one from France, the Macarena.
I think every single surfer on the planet would have claimed that, no matter what.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest errors we've seen. I mean, it's so hard to rotate and that high off the lip and just land that. I would have called everybody I knew.
Is there anyone on tour that's not guilty?
No, everybody's guilty.
Pretty tough.
Everybody's guilty. The no claim is huge. I mean, there's look backs. There's just like inside, you can just see them going, they're trying not to claim. That's a claim.
The only one that never used to do that was Tom Curran, and even he's caught that bug now. Jay Bay bug. I mean, he claimed that first time he's ever claimed, and when I spoke to him afterwards, he goes, I can't believe I actually claimed that wave. So it's contagious. It's spreading like a virus through our sport.
I love it. Well, Dane Reynolds is the only, well, he's not a full-time competitor now, but as a wildcard, I can't remember ever seeing him claiming, and I can't remember seeing him sort of withdrawn and doing the no claim thing. So that's the one person I can kind of think of, but everyone else I think we've seen claim waves. And here's another one, some time-tested favourites. These are some of the classics. This is Nathan Hedge in Tahiti surfing as a wildcard. He claimed this wave so long, he actually surrendered priority.
I was just going to say, it was the biggest mistake claim ever because he let Gabriel Medina get his inside position, and Gabriel came back and won the heat.
This is a beauty. I love that. He almost doesn't know what to do with his hands.
I know. It's like
the scarecrow. Look at the kid.
You know what that one was though? I think that one was purely, oh my God, I made that.
Yeah.
That
was my favorite.
I don't think he was trying to sell anything to the judges. It was just the fact that I can't believe I actually made that wave.
Here's a big sell. Kolohe and Dino, he was ripping in Fiji. last year it was. I think he got to the semi-finals. His backhand was sharp, but what about this? The show me the money.
Show me the money.
That's just youth. I love the youth. You know, they come in, they like the energy and the vibe.
Here's a rare one.
That's another one that I think every surfer on the planet would have claimed, but I think halfway through the claim, you look at him and he's almost like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm claiming.
Yeah. I think that's
kind of shocked
exactly what's
himself.
going on.
Emotion took over though.
hang on,
There was nothing he could do.
Yeah.
This is Ralph the dog from the Muppets. Throwing some air reverses over in Rio. Geordie Smith, one of our favourites. Missed him in most of this season, but he had the Cross the Redeemer claim going from Rio.
And Medina, I mean, he's got a highlight reel of claims.
Look at Medina here. He's just a whippet.
Yeah. Pound in the chest.
But I think Geordie Smith pulled out every claim possible during this event, and why not?
The bow.
You know?
Every wave he's got a different claim for.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's
watch, he's not done yet.
Yeah, he was tearing in that
just
contest.
Kept
working the
on
crowd.
claiming.
Yeah, where he made sure he
And then there's another
communicated
one,
how he felt about that one.
the wheelie air, and then he sort of claims it, but then starts
out of claims.
He starts laughing.
He's
you know,
just going, I got nothing left. I got nothing left.
Might as well come in, right?
This was a good one. Adriano getting the maths wrong on this one, going for the 10, but he came up short with the 9, but it didn't matter. He won the contest.
He won the contest, but you see, he's asking for the 10. The judges went, no.
Nah.
No.
Do you think he should have just...
Sorry.
Deducted.
You know,
Maybe.
even if he had to come out and just gone, what do you reckon? They probably would have given it to
Well,
him.
what are you
He's a
gonna do?
passion
because he
man,
was
though. He's a
demanding it.
passion man. He
Yeah.
wanted it. You know, that's passion.
You're not going to put up a 9.
No.
9 fingers.
Look at Andy, the all-time claim right here. I mean, really? I mean, coming out.
Yeah.
Well, this was a tough one for Andy because he did the claim. He was shooting at Dean Morrison in this one. He didn't know Dean had already picked off a nice insider and got a bigger score.
Yep.
So he actually lost that heat.
Lost that heat.
That's what
Shot
Dean
himself in the foot.
was actually saying to him, what are you shooting me for? I just beat you. So Andy had to apologise and move on. We're going to take a quick break. More conversation on claims after this. Enjoy. Good morning, you're watching Dawn Patrol, a special day here. Martin Potter celebrating his 50th birthday, and Potts, you can have any wave you want at Nazare today, any set.
Yeah. Thanks, Ronnie.
You're welcome.
Heard you guys got one yesterday.
We'll have a look at it in a bit, but you know what, we've had a bit of fun this morning talking about claims. I like getting into it, but you guys, you're going to get pretty aggro here. Attack dog mode. This is going to be fun.
Well, no,
claims-
there's no attack dog mode. You know, we have
Come on.
opinions on claims, and I think that claiming is something that is emotional. You don't let it go unless it actually comes from deep down within, and you feel it, and you come out and you're elated, and you can't help it.
Are they good for surfing, Pots?
No, I just called it a virus, didn't I? But you look at Instagram and there's a little clip of kids about yo high claiming already. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just part of the sport these days.
Well, it's part of sports. It's part of sport, and it's been drafted into the sport of surfing, and that's part of it. I mean, personally, like you see Medina after he did that huge air in his heat round through, and he grabs his jersey and he falls back. Like that to me is the elation of sport claim right there. That's a beautiful moment.
Potts, does it go against I guess that pure feeling of surfing? Does it go against what surfing actually is?
100%. The joy of riding waves. I mean, it's you get dealt these gems from Mother Nature, and you're along there for the ride. You're not the hero, the wave is. So you should be shown respect for the wave by just being nice and calm about it.
But you are, aren't you, when you come out of a barrel and you're getting spit out of the tube and you're so filled with the energy and the joy of the Mother Nature that it just comes flying out of you. Like,
but how good is it?
That's amazing.
Yeah, but how good is it though when you see someone get an amazing barrel and he comes out and he just quietly kicks out of the wave? And you go, wow, that was insane. The guy didn't claim that. Like
I feel like the guy's just holding it back sometimes.
It's kind of such a guaranteed thing these days that just go, okay, there goes another claim. But when someone just kicks out of a wave without claiming, you go, wow, that was a breath of fresh air.
All right. Well, what is worth claiming, Potts? Is nothing worth claiming if you get the tube of your life? Do you not throw your hands up? Here's Kolohe. This is the only 10-point ride he's had in CT competition, and this is probably the most subdued I've seen him after an excellent ride.
All right, he looks back.
Claim.
He looks back at the judges, and
oh hey,
I don't think that was a 10 up until the fact that he didn't claim. So the judges gave him a no claim bonus.
Is that what's happening?
And he got the 10.
So people are getting like.
I'd like to get back to
the
point that you made just now, Ronnie. Is there a moment to claim in surfing for Potts?
When you're when you're standing on the stage with the world title trophy in your hand, you can claim.
Wow.
That was
that one moment.
That's the one moment.
Hoisting the trophy. Yeah, that's true.
Pretty special moment.
I'll never be able to claim. But you can't, Potts.
What, Strider? You feel that if you've got that emotion, if you're chasing a big number, if you get that score, if you feel it, you should let people know about it.
Well, I just feel like it comes from within, right? It's a joy. It's a moment of energy that rises through you from all the way to the bottom of your guts, and it's just like it just comes out. It's just a moment of you just. I heard CJ in the water letting out Hail Marys. It was just moments of energy that coming out, and he's had to let it go, and that's what that is to me. That's a moment that is created by the energy of the ocean, and to hold it inside. Yeah. To me, like I like to let it go. I get a huge barrel at Pipeline. I'm like,
let it go. Yeah, but it's turned into, instead of just being that, it's actually turned into something else.
Right.
It's morphed into this weird old thing that now people are doing it on 3.3s and 3.4. So it's not anymore that special feeling anymore. It's just an everyday thing that so it's
well,
not
there's
special.
a difference. There is a difference there, Potts, and I think that if we're really, apples and oranges,
hey, let's just quickly throw some people under the bus here. You will celebrate these people, Potts. I want you to name some of the most prolific claimers on the tour. Just give us a few.
A few: Gabriel Medina, Adriano de Souza, Ace Buchan. Just a couple right there.
Philly boy, he likes to claim.
Philly.
And who do you like for claim, Strider? Who are the guys that you are entertained by when they start, throwing their arms around?
I honestly like Kai Otten. That guy is amazing when he's just got so much going.
CJ Hopgood's good.
Madman.
But he's more vocal, which is kind of unique.
Well, it's been fun to talk about it, boys. Stay with us, because after the break we'll find out if we're going to get heats underway on day 9.
Welcome back to Dawn Patrol. I'm Chelsea Cannell. I am joined by our commissioner, Deputy Commissioner Travis Logie. And you're a little bit winded because you actually just ran all the way from the jetty to be here in order to make the call. You've been down there all morning checking conditions to see if we'd be able to run any heats today. How's it looking, Travis?
It's not looking great. The swell's kind of dropped a little bit, but the wind's really strong onshore, so we won't be running any heats today. It's off for the day, and we'll check back in tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
What do you think? Can you make any call for what you think tomorrow will look like or the rest of the waiting period, or is it just too difficult to tell down here?
It's really difficult. It's so unpredictable, so we just got to keep eyes on it every morning and have a look. I think there's potential for definitely some surfing going on Friday or Saturday, and maybe tomorrow can surprise us.
All right. Well, Potts, you get the day off for your birthday. What are we going to do, Ronnie?
I don't know. Hopefully not get cleaned up by any set waves up at Nazare. Yesterday, lay day, we had the opportunity in the back half of the day to head north and have a look at that amazing big wave destination. My first trip there, I was just completely blown away by the power of the place, Strider.
Yeah.
Yeah, we showed up on the bluff, and everybody, I got there after you. You guys ran down below, and you were down there hanging out, and I came down, and then Chelsea wasn't there, so we ran back up to get Chelsea down to the bottom, and as she arrived, so did the waves.
Yeah,
this was funny.
Pretty crazy stuff. I mean, it's you never underestimate the power of the ocean, do you? Even when you're standing 60 foot above it, Ronnie, it still was kind of angry, wasn't it?
Yeah, we lost a few phones, and our production manager, Kate, brave enough to get the footage for us. It was a special moment, and there'll be some submissions from the XXL Awards that we'll show tomorrow on Dawn Patrol. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 8 a.m. tomorrow for the call.